Hi, I'm Andy Robbins from GMN Bearing USA. Today we're going to talk about Sprag clutches, how they work, what they are, and some common applications. We get calls asking for Sprag clutches all the time, but they don't always use that name. We hear insert elements, one-way bearings, freewheels, backstops, etc. all the time. Some of those names are a little bit better than others, but that's okay. We've been doing this a long time and we know what you mean. They're all designed to drive torque in one direction and freewheel in the other direction. This little jelly bean looking Sprag may seem simple to the naked eye. However, the surface that interacts with the housing and the shaft are actually incredibly complex and incredibly precise. They're made up of multiple specific curvatures as you work your way across the surface to achieve the desired design intent in the application, so that as you're driving through the torque range, it acts accordingly and is smooth as silk. There is a multitude of applications designed and utilized by Sprag clutches. However, GMN narrows them down into three main action types: backstopping, indexing, and overrunning. First, let's talk about the action that GMN likes to call backstopping. Very commonly, a backstopping clutch application is a safety application. They go hand in hand. Think of a winch that's lifting something heavy up in the air and there's people around. Or maybe a mining conveyor that could be miles in the earth coming out at a steep angle or even miles across the earth. Maybe even an escalator that's carrying humans or an elevator that's carrying grain, something along those lines. Humans are generally always in and around interacting with this equipment. That's where a Sprag clutch comes in a backstopping action. If something were to fail, the motor that's driving the application, gears, etc., you need this backstopping clutch in position to catch all of that weight. It's a problem if it comes crashing to the ground. Nobody wants to see that happen. For GMN, we very commonly suggest the FE8000 series. It has no RPM limit that can be very advantageous, but it also has an incredibly high torque value to envelope required. This can both save in assembly costs and engineering time. Next, let's talk a little bit about the action we call indexing. Very commonly used in food production and some smaller assembly line production. Think of the assembly line when it's in one place and it has to move a certain distance, stop for a period of time, and then move on down the assembly line. That can be achieved through circular motion to a linear cam arm to create the spacing, pause, or the Sprag clutch can be directly in line with whatever is driving the production line. This could be an electric motor or a belt drive, etc. Many different ways to drive it and many different ways for the Sprag clutch to be installed at various points in the production line to support proper action. Next, let's talk a little bit about overrunning action. This happens when the driver of the clutch is slower than the application itself. Think about a fan or a pump that has a surge instance. This protects the motor because the application is able to overspeed. Another very easy way to understand it is a bicycle. You're sitting on your bike and you start pedaling down the street. You are driving the bicycle. Now, say you get up to a speed you like and you stop pedaling. Now you're coasting. That clutch is in a freewheel action. Now you start going backwards. Now it's still in a freewheel or overrunning action because your bicycle is still moving forward. Another instance that's interesting is you start pedaling fast, pedaling faster and faster, and you catch up to the speed of the bike. Now it starts re-engaging and you are driving again. That's an easy way to understand what we call overrunning or freewheeling a Sprag clutch. We hope that this video supported your growth and understanding of Sprag clutches. If you want to continue to geek out with us some more, jump on our website and download the comprehensive Sprag clutch guide. It goes much deeper. Also, don't forget to subscribe below. Thanks for watching the video.